Hey vinyl lovers, welcome back to Waxcat Vinyl. Today we're going back to 1976 to dive into one of the smoothest rock records of the decade, Fly Like an Eagle by the Steve Miller Band. It's cosmic, it's funky, it's bluesy, and it's an essential spin if you're building a serious classic rock collection. This is the 9th studio album from the Steve Miller Band, released in May of 1976. And while Steve Miller has been kicking around since the late 60s, this was the album that truly launched him into the stratosphere. Fly Like an Eagle has sometimes been called a concept album, but very loosely. The themes of time, space, freedom, and escapism run throughout the lyrics, all wrapped up in this blend of blues rock, psychedelia, and synth textures that were well ahead of their time. Clocking in at just under 45 minutes, it's one of those rare albums where nearly every track could stand on its own. Now, let's talk about the hits. The title track, Fly Like an Eagle, soared to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's got that instantly recognizable synth intro and a groove that is impossible not to nod along with. I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea. Take the Money and Run hit number 11 on the Hot 100, and it was a perfect example of Miller's knack for storytelling in under 3 minutes. And who could forget Rockin' Me? That one actually topped the Billboard Hot 100 in October of '76, giving Miller his second number 1 hit after The Joker. So keep on rocking me, baby. Keep on rocking me, baby. And the album as a whole, it would peak at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and stayed on the charts for over a year. Now that is some serious staying power. So Steve Miller actually recorded 2 versions of this album. One was the more synth-heavy and spacey version, which would become Fly Like an Eagle. The other version was a more blues-based feel that was released the same year as Book of Dreams. The track Fly Like an Eagle was also originally performed live as early as 1973, but it was a much slower, funkier version of the song. And that swirling synth intro, that is Steve Miller himself on an ARP Odyssey, not a session player. He really pushed the envelope of what mainstream rock could sound like in the mid-1970s. Now, if you're crate digging, original 1976 pressings are pretty easy to find and they won't break the bank. Make sure you're looking for the Capitol Records label and make sure that the original space-themed inner sleeve is still intact. Audiophiles love those early pressings for their warm analog sound, especially on tracks like Wild Mountain Honey and Serenade. So, is Fly Like an Eagle worth spinning today? Absolutely. It's got hooks, it's got soul, and it captures a moment when rock was still experimenting without losing its groove. Drop a comment if this album is already on your shelf, or if you're hearing about it for the first time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss the next deep dive here on Waxcat Vinyl. Until next time, keep those records spinning.